Imagine being left alone in a world where everything you loved is gone. That's exactly what happened to a boy named Yu. He was just a child when the disaster struck. A deadly virus wiped out almost all adults, leaving only children behind. And then, as if things weren't bad enough, vampires came out of nowhere. They took over, capturing the surviving kids and keeping them like prisoners. Yu, our main character, is one of those kids. He is forced to live underground in a dark city ruled by vampires. They treat him and the others like cattle, feeding on their blood whenever they want. Yu hates the vampires more than anything. He dreams of escaping this nightmare, but it seems impossible. The vampires are too strong, and he feels too small and weak against their power. But Yu is not alone. He has a family, his friends who are like brothers and sisters to him. There's Mika, who is Yu's closest friend. Mika always tries to keep everyone safe, acting like the big brother of the group. Yu and Mika secretly plan to escape together. They believe they can find freedom outside this dark world ruled by vampires. One night, they make their move. It's a dangerous plan, and everything has to go perfectly. They run through the underground city, hiding from the vampire guards. But just when it looks like they might make it out, something goes wrong. The leader of the vampires, a powerful one with red eyes, catches them. Yu watches in horror as his friends are captured. Mika tries to fight back, but it's no use. The vampire leader is too strong. In that moment, Yu's heart fills with rage and sadness. He grabs a weapon and attacks the vampire, but he's just a kid. The vampire knocks him back easily. Before he can be taken, Mika shouts at Yu, telling him to run, to escape and survive. With tears in his eyes, Yu does the hardest thing he's ever had to do. He runs, leaving behind everyone he loves. Yu manages to escape and finds himself above ground. The world outside is different. It's not the same world he knew before the virus and the vampires. The city is in ruins, and everything feels empty. He's alone now, but he swears to himself that he will get revenge. He won't let the vampires win. He will become strong, stronger than any of them. Years pass, and Yu joins a special army that fights against the vampires. This army is made up of people who lost everything to the vampires, just like Yu. They use weapons with magic, strong enough to fight these monsters. Yu trains hard every day, becoming one of the best soldiers. He is determined to destroy every vampire he sees, especially the one who took away his family. In his first big mission, Yu faces a vampire in battle. He charges forward without fear, swinging his sword with all his strength. The vampire laughs at him, saying he's just a human, but Yu doesn't back down. He fights with everything he has, remembering the faces of his friends. In a flash, Yu strikes, and the vampire falls to the ground. It's his first real victory, but it's only the beginning. As he fights more battles, Yu learns about a group of powerful vampires called the Nobles. These are the strongest and oldest vampires, and they control everything from the shadows. Yu knows that if he wants to end this war, he has to defeat them, but it won't be easy. They are unlike any vampires he's faced before. One day, during a mission, Yu hears a rumor about a boy who looks just like Mika, his best friend from the past. Yu's heart skips a beat. Could it really be Mika? Is it possible he survived? He has to find out the truth. He starts searching, asking questions, and following any lead he can find. And then, in the middle of a fight, he sees him. It's Mika, but something is different. His eyes are cold, and his skin is pale. Yu realizes with a shock that Mika has become a vampire. The friend he once loved is now the very thing he hates most. Yu's heart is torn apart. He doesn't know what to do. Should he fight Mika like an enemy, or try to save him? What would you do if you were in Yu's place? Yu decides to talk to Mika instead of fighting. He asks Mika why he chose this path. Mika tells him that he did it to survive, that he had no other choice. He thought Yu was dead, and this was the only way he could live. Yu can't believe it. He reaches out his hand to Mika, asking him to come back with him, but Mika pulls away, saying he can't be saved anymore. He's a vampire now, and there's no going back. Even though they are on different sides, Yu makes a promise to Mika. He swears that he will find a way to save him, no matter what it takes. Yu knows it won't be easy. He will have to fight more powerful enemies, face dangers beyond his imagination, and maybe even make sacrifices along the way. But he won't give up. He never gives up. As the sun sets on the battlefield, Yu stands there, looking at the sky. He thinks about everything he has lost and everything he still has to fight for. He knows the road ahead is dark and filled with pain, but he doesn't care. He will keep going, for his friends, for Mika, and for the hope of a better future. Do you think Yu will be able to save Mika, or is it already too late? The battle has just begun, and Yu's journey is far from over. If you want to see what happens next in this incredible story of friendship, betrayal, and survival, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more. Don't miss out on the next part of Yu's epic adventure.